Good afternoon, YouTubers. It's Lady Day, and welcome to my segment, part two. Today's segment is called You Are What You Listen to, and music is very powerful, sometimes healing. So, basically, I kind of want to catch up with you all. I know it's been a couple of years since I have posted a full on YouTube. For those who have followed me in social media, you may know that in, I guess, 2014, 2015, I auditioned for The Voice and in Los Angeles. Yes, The Voice. And I actually auditioned two times. So I do have some experiences about that. We can go into that a little bit later, and I have so much to talk about. But a lot has happened since during that time. What happened after The Voice was that I ended up having to go back to the Bay Area because my grandmother died of pancreatic cancer. And because of that, I had to come back, recuperate, and basically support my family and just to be a supportive system, period. From that time on, I had a lot of soul searching to do, a lot of experiences that I went through, a lot of ups and downs in relationships, and also ups and downs of rediscovering who I was as an artist and what my music sounds like. And for a time, I lay it to rest. That's basically what happened to me in basically 1 minute. But after given that time, a lot of blessings also came my way. So, right now, as you're speaking, as I am speaking to you, I got married to the love of my life. And then right now, we are having a baby. That's right. I am pregnant. Your Lady Day is pregnant. And I'm also continuing to do my music. But the great thing about my music now is it's in a completely different place. It has a very different sound. And I have been a lot more focused in gospel music. All right. So, the reason why I wanted to bring this up today is because of the segment's name, which is You Are What You Listen to, and music is very powerful and sometimes healing. So, today's point is that it's very important for us to be very present about the kind of music we are listening to and to be present with ourselves. Oftentimes, especially as millennials, I'm a millennial myself. This is what we tend to do. We tend to listen to a song and we just go with a beat and, ooh, it sounds really good. I like that song. But little do we understand what the message is all about or what the artist is trying to portray. Now, I'm in no form or way of judging what you listen to, even to what I listen to, because I listen to a lot of different music. But my point is, it's a marketing method. You can see a billboard sign with a lot of food and or shopping, and you will go and buy it, right? Well, we have to be a little bit more conscious about what we are doing and what we are taking into our minds. And actually, I will post a TED Talk, a couple of TED Talks in this YouTube video as well to kind of give you a little bit of knowledge of where music comes from. And a lot of it stems from neurobiology and from the development of a fetus. Right now I'm pregnant, so I am discovering a lot of ways that my little baby inside me can have developmental, issues or development that's actually good for the baby's brain. And so, with all these TED Talks that I will basically post on this YouTube, it'll kind of give you a little bit of a understanding of why it starts there and why it makes sense that as adults now, or however, whatever age you are today, that there is definitely an effect of the music that we listen to and how we interact with it. Now, have you ever had those moments when you feel depressed or you're sad or maybe you're really happy or you're really, really angry and you listen to a song and it amplifies the way you feel? Or you listen to a song and it affects and influences the way you treat other people, the way you react to other people, and Also, how you become present with yourself. A lot of the times, what people don't understand is that music has a real effect on you on a spiritual level, on a physical level, and also on a mental level. Basically, I want to share some knowledge with you coming from scripture. Now, as some of you may know, I love the Bible, the Word of God. This is very important to me. Now, with taking out the whole religious portion of this, it is a historic book. It has a lot of wise words, and knowledge nuggets is what I call it, knowledge nuggets. Okay, so I just want to share a passage, with you, and it's from the book of Joshua, chapter 6, verses 16, 17, and 20. This is in the Old Testament in the Bible. The Bible that I read consists of the Old Testament and the New Testament combined into one as the Holy Bible. Okay. All right, so just bear with me. I'm going to read it for you and tell you the sort of power music had during the olden times. Okay. Joshua chapter 6, verses 16 and 17, and we jump to 20. On the seventh time around, when the priests sounded the trumpet blast, Joshua commanded the people, "Shout, for the Lord has given you the city. The city and all that is in it are to be devoted to the Lord." And so on. And in verse 20, when the trumpet sounded, the people shouted, and at the sound of the trumpet, when the people gave a loud shout, the wall collapsed. So every man charged straight in, and they took the city. And verse 21, they devoted the city to the Lord and destroyed with the sword every living thing in it. All right, so the point I was trying to make here is that God gave the direction to the Israelites to basically walk around a place called Jericho, around the wall, one time each day for 6 days. Now, this is where the power of music comes in. On the seventh day, they actually go and walk around or march around the walls of Jericho. God commanded his people to play the trumpet as loud as they can and to scream as loud as they can. Now, imagine thousands of people screaming in different tones of voices. When you put that together, that's a harmony. And basically, the first 6 days that they had to go around Jericho, they had to be completely silent and they couldn't make a sound. All right. So basically, on the seventh day, once they sounded the trumpet and they yelled, the walls of Jericho literally broke down, and the city inside of it was completely exposed, and God had given this city to the Israelites. Now, this is a parable story that basically teaches a lesson. That's what a parable is. It's a story that teaches people a lesson and becomes very valuable to people in different ways. Okay? So my point being here is that when you listen to your music, whether it's country music, rap music, classical music, Christian music, jazz, metal, rock, classical, just letting you know that it's important to understand what it is that you're listening to. Also, to try to research the artist that you may be listening to. What's their lifestyle like? What have they gone through? That particular song that you're listening to, what is it about? And what's the story behind it? Especially if you're in a developmental phase in your life where you are basically questioning things, or you're doubting, or you want to get into a mindset that is positive, or you are in the middle of a developmental process in your life where you really need to find ways to take care of yourself, I would suggest you become more present with yourself. It's a form of meditation, and to also be very present with the music you are listening to. And when you have downtime, just try to research some of those songs that you are listening to. Now, this is especially a golden nugget to a lot of artists, whether you're a visual artist or a performing artist, a singing artist of whatever sorts. I think it's really important. This is not fact. This is just a personal opinion based on my experiences and the kind of knowledge I've done research in the last couple years since I came home from The Voice. Is that it is very important for you to understand what your sound is and what message you want to portray to the world. And also understanding that, when you are in the limelight, people are following you. No matter how small or how large of an artist you are, people will understand what kind of person you are. Now, you're not boxed into that. You're an artist. You could play and talk about whatever you want. And as an artist, I know I definitely do that. And you will see a lot more of that coming in the next couple of months and a year or so. And again, with my baby coming into the world in 12 weeks, there's a lot to talk about. So, moms, don't worry. I have a segment for you as well, or for ladies who are currently pregnant or are planning to have a baby. Don't worry. I have a segment for you also. So, do me a favor, YouTubers and everybody else in social media. Comment below, and I want to hear from you the kind of music you like to listen to. Let's do a survey and tell me why you listen to that music. That way I can understand what is it that people go for when it comes down to sound. Also, I want to be able to get a comment from you guys on the kinds of topics you want to talk about. I want to talk about absolutely everything. I am down for a challenge. I am down to learn new things. And if I don't know about it, you better believe I will do my research and let's talk about it. Okay? So again, you'll be hearing some music from me. You'll be hearing some messages from me. And also just be on the lookout. I am working on a mixtape. Shh. I know. Just give me a second. I'm working on it. I'll give you more development when it comes down to that as you follow me. So down below are the comment section. Please comment and I will read it. I'll spend that time to just get to know you. You are my family. So I'm here to hear you out. And also subscribe to my channel. And this is not just for me to just talk and talk. I really want to hear from you. And if there's a sort of life story that you feel like has not been talked about, I'm willing to go there. So subscribe to this channel, keep following, and I will hear you out. All right? Okay, guys, I am tired. I am 12 weeks away from giving birth, so I do get a little bit more exhausted now, so I might be going back to sleep in a little while. All right, it's my rest day before going to work tomorrow again. So I'll see you guys on segment number 3. Give me ideas. Let me know what you guys want to talk about. And there'll be times when I'll be performing for you, so that'll be fun. Okay? All right, guys. Well, have a great day. Have a great week. God bless you. And remember, try to stay present with whatever messages you are putting into your brain and the music that you are listening to. And tell me all about it. Okay? I love you guys. Lady Day out.